Good morning and Jai Hind students. I am Kanchan, your English teacher. This time I have taken the poem A Thing of Beauty. So here about the poet John Keats was born in 1795 and he died in 1821. Was a British romantic poet, and although he was a trained surgeon. He was trained to be a surgeon, and he was from the second generation, means he was belonging to the second generation of romantic poets along with Lord Byron, P.B. Shelley, and also the poems were not generally well received by critics during his lifetime. His reputation grew after his death. So this is the point here. And now at the present poem is about based on a Greek legend in which Endymion, a beautiful young shepherd, is gone to search his beloved and moon goddess, and had a vision of Cynthia and then the moon goddess. The enchanted youth resolved to seek her out and so wandered away through the forest and down under the sea. So here in this poem, in the first stanza, the poet speaks of the permanent nature of beautiful things which give us eternal joy. So here their loveliness keeps on increasing and never fades away. So here it is everlasting, and beautiful sights of beautiful things is stored in our memory, and they give us pause or so here and also a sound sleep results in good health of our body. So here we get mental peace, sound sleep, and we get healthy life in the lap of nature. So whenever we enjoy nature, its loveliness keeps on increasing, and we are it never fades away. So it's very fruitful. It's very we can say it's in increasing way. We get a lot here. So in the next from here, therefore, the poet has spoken about when we wake up the next morning after a sound sleep, all the beautiful memories of our sweet dreams help us to strengthen our bond. Means there will be bonding between us and the nature, so earth. So that's why the poet feels that every morning we prepare a wealth of flowers. It means not a means garland of flowers, that is in another way memories, sweet memories that we spend in nature. Hopelessness and sadness, lack of noble ways are a part of human beings. Means we are human beings and we are deprived of so many things, and we are lack of we are hopeless. We are in gathered of human people, and noble people are not here. So we face gloomy days. In those gloomy days that are like dark ways, so due to the wicked people, due to the sharp clever people, we face problems. In those problems, if we enjoy nature, if we spend some time in the lap of nature, it removes our dark spirits. It means it feels us refreshed, and we feel that we are not depressed. So it keeps away our depression. So it is very good thing to enjoy, to spend time in the lap of nature. Next is here, such the sun, the moon, trees old young sprouting a shady boon. So here the poet now goes on to list these objects of beauty, and he says that the sun, the moon, old and young trees which provide shade to sheep, and the daffodils, the greenery surroundings them. So these things are always giving us, these things always give us pleasure. So here, and the sheep and the daffodils, the greenery surrounding the cool and clear streams here, cool streams and cool shade and cool streams, and these are in summer season just like heaven on this earth. So the cool and clear streams which provide respite in the heat of summer means these things are giving pleasure. These things they give pleasure to us and we feel refreshed. And the bushes growing in the forest with musk roses blooming amidst them, they are eternal sources of joy. So the poet is comparing these things with the things of heaven. Means these are the things that give us eternal joy. And in the last, and such too is the grandeur of the rooms we have. So here the poet adds on further to his lists. According to him, there is beauty even in death, because he finds beauty in the imaginary stories people have made about our dead ancestors, and who were deemed as heroic and mighty, who were powerful, who were courageous, and who had devoted their life. So this thing is also a part of beauty. So all beautiful things are like an endless fountain from the heaven. So the poet is saying all the beautiful things that are in nature and that are in the form of stories of great people, of noble, of courageous people, brave people. These things are sources of joy and endless fountain from the heaven and sent by God. These things are sent by God. So these are very precious gift by nature and given by God. So let's discuss poetic devices here. So the rhyming scheme: forever, never, keep, sleep, breathing, wreathing, earth, dearth. It means A, B, B, and C, C, D, D. So because second line is rhyming with the first line, so here A, B, B, C, C, D, D. So here figure of speech, here cooling card, because cause sound has been repeated here, so it is alliteration here. And simple sheep, and in flowery band, it is here metaphor, because flowery band is actually memories that we collect in the lap of nature when we spend some time in the lap of nature. Okay, students, thank you, and I hope you would have understood this poem well. Thank you and Jai Hind.